I'm in Ardgour today, and I've literally just driven for near enough 3 hours in the dark along darkened roads with snow in certain parts of the road. There was a bad, well, it wasn't a bad, but there was a snowfall 2 days ago. So I've got the winter tyres on today, and it's been a bit of a drive, but I'm here now, and it's just starting to get light. I don't know if you'll see over my shoulder. You can just see Ben Nevis over there. Just covered by clouds, but you can make out the lower buttress of Carn Gerard, which is beautiful. But I'm actually going up a hill I've not been up before, which is up here in the clouds. And I've started really early. The reason that I've been on the road for so long is we're not far from the shortest day of the year. And although this is just a short walk, I just want to give myself as much time as possible. So I started in the gloom and I'm set off, and there's bad weather coming in this afternoon, so I want to get back down before that hits. But it's absolutely beautiful here. Out to the west you can see it's Loch Eel. I've parked the car down on the shores of Loch Eel, and along that way is Glenfinnan and over to Mallaig, and some beautiful hill walking around here. But yeah, I'm just glad to be out of the car. I tell you, when you come to bag these hills in Scotland, once you've done about half of them, you really need to enjoy driving. And driving in conditions which aren't ideal. So it's nice now just to get out on the hill and enjoy this. Just some pink in the sky, it's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, anyway, let's get cracked up this track. Basically it's a track that goes up onto the ridge, and then I take a right along a broad flat ridge, so there shouldn't be any navigational difficulties today. Fingers crossed, let's go. As I continued up the hill, the dawn light filled the sky with lovely colours, and the Land Rover track that heads up this hill provided a nice and easy route to get up onto the ridge quite quickly. Oh, this is hot work. You can tell I've unzipped my top and my gilet. I'm quite warm. There is forecast to be some 20 to 30 mile an hour winds a bit further up, but I've chosen to come up the north side. Well, I chose this route because it'll keep me in the shelter. It's quite important to do that, I think, if it's going to be breezy. But the downside is you heat up a lot more, and I am getting warm. But I'm making progress up the hill. There's a bit of promise in the air actually. Some blue sky above me, but I don't know if you can make out behind me. The hill immediately to the north of Loch Eel is now clear. The top of it's just clearing the top of the cloud. And if that keeps on rising, we might get views, because the summit of the one I'm going up is in the Clag at the moment. So fingers crossed that cloud starts to lift and we might get some views. But so far so good. Woo! A wee break and a drink of juice, I think. So after a break and a bite to eat, I was soon on my way again up the slope, which led on to a broad shoulder, and the views started to open up. It's one of the exciting parts of going up a hill you've never been up before, is looking at views you've never seen and seeing hills from different perspectives, and this hill certainly did it. Although when we were up there, the wind certainly picked up. There was no shelter up on this ridge from the gales that were coming in from the west. Those gales were making things a bit cold, so I stopped to put some layers on, had a bite to eat again, and yeah, took in some views before setting off up the ridge towards the summit. That's me approaching a wee summit halfway along the ridge of this Corbett, and it's blowing now, I tell you. The wind's picked up at this wee ridge. Let's just stop here, have a wee rest. There's a great view. You'll not see it behind the camera, but there's a great view down Loch Eel and over to the Glenfinnan Monroes over that way. But I'll tell you what, it's not warm, it's cold. The ground's just starting to freeze now. And you know, it does take dedication to get through these Monroes or Corbetts when you bag them. As I said earlier on, once you get about half of them done, you really need to enjoy driving. I think today I'll spend more time in the car than I will on the hill. It's just the way it is. The the hills nearer home are easier to get to, so baggers tend to get those first and get them done and dusted and out of the way. But as you get those done, the ones that you still need to do are further and further away, and yeah, it means getting up earlier, and at this time of year it can be tough. It does, you know, I've got a lot of respect for these people that have completed the Munros and the Corbetts and what have you. The advantage is it brings you to other parts of the country that you might not see, and people that aren't baggers might not see. You know, a lot of the Corbetts and Ardgour, there's not a Munro in this area really, and a lot of Munro baggers won't even come here, and it's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I'm just looking over here to the summit, and the top is just in the cloud and no more, so maybe by the time we get up there it might get clear. So I'm going to get cracked on and get to the top. Right, let's go. As I gained height, the wind picked up and it got colder as well. The ground became frozen and there was more snow lying on the upper reaches of the mountain. But it made it all the better, to be honest with you. And up I went, and I was soon approaching the summit of the Corbett, Stobclair nan Sharchiel. Well, I've made it to the summit, but cairn behind me. There is a trig point just over there, but I think this big cairn's actually higher, and it's absolutely wonderful. The sun's come out just about, as you can see over my shoulder, and the views are magnificent as always when you get to the top of these sort of areas in the west coast. You can see right down over Galven and over to the northwest Highlands over there, down towards Glenfinnan, and then down to the rest of Moidart and Ardgour over here. You can actually see down Loch Linney as well. You can see the down at the Cora and Narrows, and you can't see it at the moment, but you can see the ferry going backwards and forwards down there. I'm actually thinking of heading back that way, but anyway, who knows. So another Corbett bagged, and it was pretty tough going up there, and it's not warm up here. My hands are freezing. I'm holding the camera without the gloves on. This hand's got a glove, but that one doesn't, and it is numb. It's stinging now. So you do need to put yourself through a bit of pain sometimes when you want to bag these hills, but the views are wonderful. If you just stayed to the honeypot areas, you'll never see this. Another thing about these small hills and the Corbetts is you get some great views of the big hills, you know, the Munros. Views you'd never get from if you just stuck to the Munros or the more famous hills. So there's Ben Nevis over there, never seen it from this angle before. So yeah, they have their advantages and their disadvantages. But today I think I've struck lucky, got some magnificent views. So while we have some lunch, I'm going to stop up here for 5 minutes, take some pictures, and then get cracked on. I've got a long drive home, so let's go get some lunch and take some photos.